Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Stone and today we're looking at 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication. The goal for this is by the end of this video you have at least 2 different ways that you can complete these sums, and hopefully at least one of them you really click with and understand clearly what you're doing. There are many different methods that you'll see to complete multiplication questions. If you really understand one, if you can get the answers correct and know why you're getting them correct, then stick with the method that you know. You can learn other methods as well and maybe find one that's more efficient, but don't worry about confusing yourself. If you've got a strategy that you've been taught in the past, stick with that, because if you're getting them right, awesome. And so this way I'm going to show you now, I'd call the traditional method. It's the way maybe most of your parents would have learnt. Maybe your teachers in the past have taught you as well. This is a very efficient way of doing it, so it's quite quick, and it is quicker than the second method I'll show you. So I'll go through this and then I'll move to the window method. So this sum here, 53 times 27. Alright, so I'm going to start with my 7 here, and I'm going to calculate 7 lots of 53. Alright, so I start by going 7 times 3, which is 21. So pop the 1 down here, and then the 2 up here, right, into the tens column. And then I'll go 7 times 5, which is 35. Add that 2 on, which is 37. Right, so 371 is 7 lots of 53. Right, and I've worked that out by going 7 lots of 3 is 21, 7 lots of 50 is basically 350, 350 plus 21 is 371. That's what's happened to get that answer there. Now I'm looking at the 2 here. So that 2 is in a tens column, it means it's a 20, right? So because it's 20, I'm going to put a 0 down there straight away, and instead of timesing these numbers by 20, I'll times them by 2. Right, so 2 times 3 is 6. Pop that there, nothing to carry there. 2 times 5 is 10. Let's pop the 0 there. Right, there's not a hundreds column here, so then I'll put the 1 straight in. And now I add those numbers up. So I have 7 lots of 53 in this first line here, and then 20 lots of 53 in this second row here. So adding them together, 1 plus 0 is 1. 7 plus 6 is 13, so put the 3 here. Alright, add the 1 up here, 1 plus 3 is 4, and 0 plus 1 is 1. So 1,431 is my answer. So I'd call that the traditional method. On the other side of the screen here, I'm going to draw myself a window. And what I'm going to do here is break 53 into 50 and 3. And on the side here, 20 and 7. It would make no difference if I had 20 and 7 at the top and 50 and 3 on the side, right? As long as the 50 and 3 are together, all right, and I'm not splitting those numbers up. And now what I do is I times the number on the left hand side of each box and the number on the top of each box together, and then I'll add all of those numbers up. So I'm going to start with 20 times 50. All right, I'm going to ignore these zeros for now and just do 2 times 5. 2 times 5 is 10, and I have 1 0 here and 1 0 here, so I add them to that number to create 1,000. All right, 20 times 50 is 1,000. And now I'm looking at 7 times 50, so I'll do 7 times 5, which is 35. And then there's 1 0 up there with the 50, so I'll put 1 0 on the end of that number. I'm looking at this box here, so looking at a number at the top, the number on the side. So 3 lots of 20, so I'll do 3 lots of 2, which is 6. I have 1 0 there, so I'll add the 0. And then I have, for this final box, 3 at the top, 7 on the side. 3 times 7 is 21. Now what I need to do is add all of those together. So I go 1,000, 350, 60, and 21. Put a line down here. So I've got 1, 11, 12, so it's 13. Put the 1 up here. 1 plus 3 is 4. And 1,431. So that's two different ways. If you were to go out to a 3-digit by 3-digit number, it could look something like this. I will clear my screen and set up what that sum could look like. Right, so now I have on the screen the sum 123 times 456. So moving from 2 digits by 2 digits to 3 by 3. So same process here. So in the traditional method, I will go 6 times 3, which is 18. I'll put my 1 up here. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 1 is 13. 1 up here. 6 times 1 is 1, plus 1 is 7. I'll do the second line a different color here. So this sum here was 6 lots of 123. So now I'm looking at the 5 here, which is 50. Because it's 50, I'll put 1 0 down here, and I'm timesing by 5. So 5 3s are 15. Put a 1 up the top here. 5 2s are 10, plus 1 is 11. So put the 1 from the 11 there, and 1 up here. 5 times 1 is 1, plus 1 is 6. So in this line here, I have done 50 times 123. In the next line, I'm now looking at the 4. So that's 400. So I'll put 2 zeros down here because I'm timesing by hundreds. Okay, 4 times 3 is 12 with the 1 up the top. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9, and 4 times 1 is 4. And now I add, I'll go back to my black here, now I add all of those together. So this one was 400 times 123. So 8 plus 0, 0 is 8, 3 plus 5 is 8, 7 plus 1 is 8, plus 2 is 10. 1 up here. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 9 is 16. Put the 1 up here. 1 plus 4 is 5. Right, so that's how to do 3 digits by 3 digits. I'll now show you how to do that with the window way, and you will notice here a big difference in speed between the traditional method, all right, which I do, if you understand, I really recommend you do it that way. But if you've struggled with that, right, and you do understand the window method clearly, then it's better to be working in a way you understand. So I'll quickly clear my screen and set that up for you. Okay, so I've now set up a cube here. So I have the sum 123 times 456. So at the top of this box here, I'm going to go 120 and 3 and 456. All right, so I'm now the same method. I'm multiplying the left and the top of each box. So in this first box here, I have 100 times 400. I'm ignoring the zeros for now and going 1 times 4. 1 times 4 is 4, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. Now I'm looking at the next box. Top is 100, the left is 50. So 1 times 5 is 5, and there's 1, 2, and 3 zeros. Now I have 100 at the top, 6 on the left. So 6 times 1 is 6, and there's 1, 2 zeros. 400 on the left, 20 on the top. So 4 times 2 is 8, and there's 1, 2, 3 zeros. 20 on the top, 50 on the left. So 2 times 5 is 10, and then there's 1, 2 zeros. And I have 20 on the top, 6 on the left. So 2 times 6 is 12, and there's 1 0. Now I have 3 on the top and 400 on the left, so 3 times 4 is 12. There's 1, 2 zeros there. And then I have 3 on the top and 50 on the left, so 3 times 5 is 15, and then 1 0. And I have 3 times 6 is 18, and there's no zeros there. Now I need to set that up neatly to add them all up. And you'll notice here that these sums can become quite monstrous. So 40,000. Alright, then I'll put 8,000 there. 1,200. 5,000. 1,000. 150. 600. 120 and 18. Alright, going down here. And so if you're working into a maths book, you'll have nice grids to work with. Really use those grids and take the time to lay this out as neatly as you can. So you want your units in one column, your tens in one column, your hundreds in a column, your thousands in a column, your 10,000s in a column. Otherwise the adding up becomes quite tricky. Right, so I have in this first column here, I have all zeros, thankfully, until I get to the bottom, and an 8. Right, going down here, zeros, 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 1 is 8. Going down here, zeros, 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 6 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So 0, carry my 1 over. 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 1 is 10, plus 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16. 6 there, 1 up the top, 1 plus 4 is 5. So that one took a little bit longer. The addition sum became quite large. But here's the thing, if you understand that and you're getting the questions right, then run with it. The more questions you answer like this, the faster you're going to get at it. And once you grasp that really well, then it might be worth then going back to that traditional method and seeing if you can make that work. I hope that you've learned something from this video. Maybe pause it at different places and replay it. Okay, go through the steps I'm going through as you're creating your sums. And then good luck. I hope that you make really good progress. Maybe add a comment in if you've been able to have some success. But thank you and well done for getting to the end of the video. Bye.